up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. I am loving these easy-to-store backdrops. You know me. Easy to store is kind of my thing. Whether that's a hidden doll room, a wall box, or a poster board room. And after making this quick exam room in our then versus now Barbie dentist video, some of you wanted to know if we could make a kitchen. This already looks a lot like cabinets in a kitchen, so I'm gonna say, yeah, let's give it a try. For this project, I'm using white poster board. It measures 22 by 28 inches. I use a ruler to cut it down to 15 inches tall and 28 inches wide, leaving me with another piece that is 7 inches wide. I'm using the 15-inch piece for our walls. I fold it in half so we can make a corner room for our pop-up kitchen. Well, part of one. I'm thinking let's just add a refrigerator and some cabinets, and maybe a stove, since we have them as printables. We have a printable refrigerator with the front and sides included. It's kind of a silvery gray color. And we have a printable for a stove that has sides and a top. So let's make a few boxes. Let's take that 7-inch leftover piece of poster board to use for the boxes, but we have to decide which way we want them to bend. For example, they can bend to the side, which leaves an opening at the top and bottom, or they can bend up and down, which leaves openings on the sides. The stove top measures 2 inches, so on the poster board, let's make a line 2 inches from the bottom. I'm going to use a pencil to lightly draw a line. Then let's go over it with our dotting tool. Measure up 6 inches and make a line, then 2 inches, 6 inches again, then 3/4 inches. And here we trim it. Fold it on the lines, and we can start to see that we can make a box. Glue the 3/4 inch tab on the inside of one of the 2-inch rectangles. I'm using a glue stick, and I lay it flat while gluing the ends together. This is going to be enough space for the stove and a cabinet, because we're going to have our box lay up and down. So the sides will be open, however, hopefully we can position things so you don't see it. I cut out the printable, however, I don't think we're really going to use the sides, so I'm trimming them off, and I left a small edge. I fold it on the lines, then we can glue it onto the box. Our walls are about 14 inches wide, and my refrigerator is about 3¼ inches, so if I wanted more cabinets, I can use another piece of poster board to make them longer. We can adjust the size and make them 4 inches tall and 1 inch wide to make cabinets to go on the walls above the counter. For the refrigerator, I cut a piece of poster board that is 10 3/4 inches tall, which is the height for this printable. The sides are 2 1/8 inch because I printed this refrigerator a little larger than the scale. I make another line at 3 1/4 inches, 2 1/8, 3 1/4, then 3/4 inch for the tab, and trim here. Again, fold on the lines, glue the tab to make a box for the refrigerator that will bend out to the side. Glue on the printable, wrapping it over the sides so they're finished. Take the poster board walls, lay the pieces on top to plan out the layout and make sure everything will be able to lay flat. I haven't glued the stove down yet because I want to change the color of the cabinets. But first, let's make a line where we are going to glue the cabinets. I plan on having a 3-inch backsplash between the counter and the wall cabinets, and I'm using cardstock to make a few tiles. I'm using green cardstock and clear tape. Place tape on the cardstock. I use a ruler, measure over 3/4 inch. I use my dotting tool to make a line and divide the space into squares. Cut them out. Then I use my dotting tool to just rub the edges, pushing in slightly to make a more beveled edge. In the comments, one of you wanted to see green and white checker tile, so I made a few in white. I'm using a little hot glue to attach them to the back of the poster board, alternating between green and white. I ended up doing 4 rows, which is a little over 3 inches, but I think it looks pretty good. The shape gives it a little shine, and the bevel gives us a little dimension. However, if this is a lot of work, you can always go with scrapbook paper, contact paper, or a printable instead. For the cabinets, I'm gonna go with pink. I cut the cardstock to 12 by 6 inches. I glue it onto the front, allowing 2 inches to hang over. I folded it so it can close off this end if needed, and we can tuck it inside the box for storage. I cut 4 by 2 inch rectangles and glued 2 together. I cut a few 1/4 inch strips to glue around the inside edge. Make them in different sizes for cabinet drawers and doors, and glue them onto the front of the box. Now let's glue on the stove, wrapping it over the top. Let's add a few more drawers on the side. I cut a thin strip of leftover cardstock. I painted gold. While drying, let's work on the upper cabinets. I added a few cabinet doors that I hope will line up with the ones down below. And I printed off our microwave. I cut out the front and glue it on so it will be above the stove. And our little kitchen is starting to come together. Everything can still lay flat, but we need a countertop. Let's take some leftover poster board. I cut it to a little over 2 1/4 inches. I use my dotting tool to make a line about 1/8 of an inch from the edge so I can bend it. I cut them to fit over the cabinets. I take a scrap of contact paper. You can also use paper as well, then glue it on top above the cabinets, making sure it can still fold. Before gluing everything into the room, we need to decide what to do with this wall. I want to keep it flat, so I'm thinking a window. I took a blurry picture of my backyard, printed it out, and we're going to just glue it right onto the side. I saw this beautiful human-sized kitchen on Pinterest that had something similar, so I'm trying to get the vibe. I take clear tape, place strips over the picture, leaving a small gap between them. Cut leftover poster board into 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch strips. Glue them around the picture and across the center to make a large window. I want to add some plants, but everything has to be flat. So I made a quick printable that I'm going to glue to the wall above the cabinets and refrigerator. And of course, this is optional if you're not really into printed backdrops. But now, let's glue the cabinets and the refrigerator in place, which is going to add some strength and stability to this wall. So when we are ready to set it up, we just lift the cabinets and stand up the room. Let's bring over that painted strip of poster board, cut it into pieces, and glue them on to look like handles. And our pop-up kitchen is pretty much done. Well, part of a kitchen. This kitchen doesn't have a sink, but you could totally add one by cutting a hole in the top and adding a flat faucet. I wanted more counter space to display a few of our miniatures because they can handle some weight. We can bend artificial plants and hang them over the walls for a little more dimension. And if we need more counter space, we can make another box that can fold flat. This is one of the shorter boxes we made earlier, and I cut it to 6 inches. Cover the front to match. Cover another piece of poster board with contact paper. Apply a piece of tape inside the box so part of it is hanging out. Fold the tape over and add the poster board. Make sure the tape is secure. I bent the front just like before to make an island that can also lay flat for easy storage. And we can glue leftover strips on it for added detail, so the dolls can walk behind it and lean on the counter for a photo. I am enjoying these poster board rooms because they only cost a few dollars if you have to go buy the supplies. They're easy to make and store. So I find myself trying different color palettes and designs and taking more risk because if our tastes change, we can just make another one. If the walls bend, we can just add more poster board on the back. And adding boxes, cabinets, and columns really do help to keep the wall straight. Overall, I am very happy with how the tile turned out in this space. And I just realized I forgot to add the back of the stove. So I cut a leftover piece of poster board, cover it with the printable, then glue it to the back wall. And now our kitchen is complete. Thank you for joining us while we made a pop-up kitchen using poster board. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at MyFroggyStuff and Bella of MyFroggyStuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time.